Mapangula still riding the wave high from yesterday. Swinging across the line. Deep square coming in, cutting off the second run. Fantastic fielding. There's a bit of urgency there. Great fielding. And you can actually see the intention of the batter really trying to go hard. And Mapangula really trying to force a little bit, change in field. They've got a deep extra cover, deep square coming in, and they've got a very straighter field for marks than they have for Mapangula.
Yeah, absolutely. Skitter, who showed a good strong arm there from the square leg boundary. She's come in now to stand just in front of the square leg umpire.
Oh, through the gates again, and again just trying to work it across the line instead of playing straight. It's an easy single down the ground.
Yeah, as you say, that the straight field has got marks looking for the leg side boundary a bit.
And again sweeping across the line. Oh, wrong footed there by Skitter. Thompson covering up there for her from mid-wicket, and not a great throw. Keeper jumping up a little bit. And Rapo causing some problems here for the batters. Just taking off that play, slower flight through the air. And the field changed again as extra comes in. Oh, that is fantastic bowling, taking all the pace off. Going for only 2 runs thus far. Fidelity Titans on 44 for the loss of 3 wickets. 1 ball to go in the 10th over. Oh, sweeping across the line once again, trying to go for that big shot. And Rapo just not letting them have it. And Rapo's first over only went for 2. Fidelity Titans 44 for the loss of 3, batting at 4.4. What do you think? 120, like you said earlier, I think they will take that any day of the week.
Absolutely. This innings is kind of getting stuck. They've lost 3 wickets. They've got 2 new batters at the crease, relatively new. So it's uphill here for the Fidelity Titans women, and no doubt the DP World Lions are just looking to turn the screw and finish strongly. Jenna Evans has been outstanding so far, and she's continuing from the call-it drive end.
Again, opting fantastic fielding. That was brilliant fielding at mid-wicket there.
Madison Lunsman.
Great fielding there. And Mark's popping it up. Rapo's there. Oh, and she just dropped it over the boundary and gone for 6 runs. And Evans made the impact there once again. But this could be the beginning that Marks wanted. This could just get her innings flowing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the ball moved at the last minute there for Rapua, but she was never really directly underneath it. She kind of had to reach for it at the last moment.
And Mark's pushing it down to mid-off again. And I think she was just too concerned with the boundary rope behind her. Maybe instead of getting under it, trying to catch it on the side. And that just made it pop out onto that. And changing the field once again, you can actually feel the Lions being a little bit more uncertain where they want to go. Evans taking charge, they're calling up the deep square again. Keeping the 4 players on the boundary. And then dropping it short past the keeper. Sheikh G chasing it down. That's going to be a wide, and the extra run. Just calling up your square leg. You don't want to drop it there. I think the captain might have a bit of a look there.
She Evans trying for the quicker ball there, but just speared it way down the leg side.
That's better. Good shot there. A little bit of advance there by Marks. Just pushing it down or playing it down to the deep cover boundary. And Marks actually starting to show some intent now. She's on 13, coming off 15 balls. Flighting it up. Mapangula just missing out a little bit on that one. She had two magnificent boundaries yesterday past that backward point area. Again, quicker one, dropping it short, and that is what the captain did not want to see. Mapangula, eyes lit up there. 4 for her first boundary of this contest. Moving on to 6, and she's done that off 10 balls with 1 boundary. Marks on 13, partnership 17 again, and again, Fidelity Titans just creating a little bit of a partnership.
Yeah, Evans, not such great over from her there. I think just maybe trying to do a couple of different things, whereas she was bowling so well, just doing the one thing, just bowling quite full outside off stump, and perhaps she should have just stuck more with that.
Yes.
But it's been good to see Elise Marie Marks, that shot she played when she came down the pitch and drove to deep extra cover. She struck it beautifully. So it's good to see her backing her ability to hit down the ground a bit more rather than just targeting across the line, the leg side boundary.
And again, just a change in field. Marks, rapport to Marks. There we go, lifting it past or just over square leg. A little bit of a tumble there, allowing them to come back for that second. And again opting to go across the line to rapport, and with the slowish nature that she's bowling at the moment, don't think that's the best ability, because Marks is a big hitter. She can clear this boundary any day of the week.
She's kind of lining up for the slog sweep, isn't she, with that length and line.
And there we go, top shot, more of a straight bat, went through cover and backward point. 4 runs. Mapo just tossing that one up and going a bit too wide at that stage, and Marks actually starting to find the middle of the bat now. 19, Fidelity Titans 64 for the loss of 3 wickets, and this is the 12th over.
Yeah, Rapu just offering both width and a half volley there, which is a really bad combination. Just needs to get a bit straighter and maybe pull that length back a little bit.
Don't care how you're struggling, you want those as a batter. And now cutting it away past backward point. Lovely shot, and as I said, just finding the middle of the bat now and really getting going. And Rapport just going a bit wider again, and Marks another boundary, and she is rolled on to 23, and that has come off only 18 balls, where at one stage she was 7 of 12 balls.
She's really getting going now, and the classic over adjustment there by Khamotso Rapua, still too wide, but also too short now, and enabling Marks to cut very powerfully. Well struck shot that.
And the Fidelity Titans just getting a move on here a little bit. Run rate has shot up to 5.9 with these 2 boundaries. 12th over. A big change in the field there, Ken. There we go. Chance created, chance created, chance created. Oh, and just over 6 runs, and Marks is going to take it to Rapport in this over. It's 2 4s and a 6 in the last 3 balls. And the change in field didn't make much difference for Marks. They brought in an extra cover, and then she thought, okay, I'll just pop it over long on for 6 then.
2-4 by Rapport, and 2 straight really. She's bolstered her offside field. It's two people just about on square and behind square on the offside.
Oh, and another fantastic shot. Moving across, deep mid-wicket has got no chance on that one. Full toss this time around. Marks is flowing at the moment. 33, and that has come off 20 balls at the moment. Fidelity Titans moved on to 78 for the loss of 3, and all of a sudden that 120 must become the go-to.
Yeah, what an over this has been for the Titans.
Oh, and another one. Oh, fantastic batting by Marks. Rapport definitely bowling 2 lengths, 2 sides of the wicket, 2 straight and 2 wide. This one played through cover once again. Fantastic shot. And Marks scoring 3 4s and a 6 in that over. And Rapport going for 2 overs for 26 runs. And that was fantastic batting by Marks.
20 off the over?
20 off the over, yes.
Oh. Yeah, fantastic bit of impetus there for the Titans, and great batting by Elise Marie Marks. She took her time a bit at the start, struggled a bit, and spinner Evans, but she's stayed patient, stayed in there, stayed in the fight, and now is going really, really strongly, as we are going to see a bowling change at the Call It Drive end, as Jenna Evans is going to be replaced by Madison Lunsman.
Jenna Evans bowling 4 overs in a trot, 2 for 26, except that last over where she strayed on her lines a little bit. She bowled very, very well, created chances the whole time, had the drop catch as well, and that was off Marks. Marks was dropped as well, so it just shows you a drop catch can change your complete innings. The complexity of the Fidelity Titans have changed. 12 overs gone, 82 for the loss of 3. And you can just hear the crowd and the dugout just getting into it a little bit in this T20 contest. Madison Lunsman, first over. A nice flighted delivery. Leg spin bowler, fantastic fielding. And this is where the pressure is going to tell. The youngster bowling to a set batter with a bit of a reputation. Marks can hit a really long ball, and let's see if she's still going to have the guts to flight it up there.
Well, speaking of guts, Mapangula pulling out the reverse sweep, first ball from a new bowler. She's obviously seen Madison Lunsman's leg spin before.
Yes.
But very well executed little reverse paddle there.
And from yesterday, I can tell you there's not a lot of fear in Mapangula's batting. She thrives on the no fear contest. A change in the field as deep square comes up. She's got mid on, mid off, down on the boundaries. And one of those boundary fielders at sweeper picking it up, and then also she's got a deep square. And give credit to the young lady, she actually tossed it up to Marks there, enticing that drive, but I don't think Marks have seen a lot of her, because that was just a little push. And sweeper coming up to the circle. Oh, good fielding, but one run again, and the Titans just getting the scoreboard ticking the whole time now. 85 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Sarah Nettleton there moving smartly at cover point. Unfortunately, just couldn't gather the ball cleanly, so the single conceded.
Oh, that's popped up in the air, and nearly a runner chance as well. Mark's just being a little bit tentative at the moment, just pushing at that ball with no real shot offered.
Wrist spin.
Creating
some doubts.
Absolutely. Oh, swept away. Deep square came in off the boundary, and it's a 4 for Marks once again. Marks have moved on to 42. Fidelity Titans 89 for 3, and this is danger signs for the Lions.
Yeah, and Lunsman has protection straight down the ground, long on, long off, and someone at cow corner, but there's no one on the boundary mid-wicket to find leg, so the sweep is very much on.
Going across, trying to exploit that leg side boundary. Again, you can see Marks just punching a bat there, hitting it straight to mid-wicket. Well, that was an indefinite first over. Not good start, and then that one loose ball going for 7 runs. Fidelity Titans 89 for the loss of 3 wickets. 13 overs gone. Marks on 42. Mapangula on 8.
Yeah, I think for the Lions, definitely worth the risk of bowling the leg spinner. Because if she can get Marks out, that would be a really big blow for the home side. We'd like to see Lunsman get a second over.
Mm-hmm. And changing bowling, as we've got Moncho coming back and changing ends. Coming back to the end where she started off yesterday. Here by the golf course end, just having a look at the field. I think Marks have just created, because she's scoring both sides of the wicket, so she's just creating a little bit of doubt where the fielders should be and that sort of thing. And Mapangula also looking just to get the singles, get Marks on strike.
Yeah, replacing the Lions captain, Khamotso Rapua, at the golf course end. poor old Rapua has had a bit of a tough time of it as the skipper. She was the one who dropped Marks on the long off boundary.
And then
Tricky
Marks,
chance, and then got taken to the cleaners when
Yeah.
she bowled.
Marks just saying thank you for that drop catch. So I'm sure that will be part of the team talk and maybe the fine session a bit later on. That will definitely be mentioned. Moncho coming in, Mapangula. Oh, way down the leg side. Bit of a loosener there, might have been in the field a little bit long. 90 for the loss of 3 wickets, 13 overs gone. And Marks has really put some impetus in it. Another 7 overs left. Fantastic batting at the moment.
And fantastic to have with us provincial cricketer Jenna Searle has joined us.
Good morning, everyone.
Jenna, thank you for coming early again on your off day with your game being cancelled.
Yeah, no, the opposition didn't have enough players, so I just thought I'd pull through and share a little bit on air.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Moncho coming into Mapangula. Playing straight down the ground. Miron picking it up. What would you have done as a captain? Winning the toss in conditions like that, would you have batted first?
Oh, I think Robin, my darling sister, always wins the toss and wants to bat first. So I, as a captain, as being a top order batter as well, probably would have done the same thing because that's what I'm confident doing. But you do have to back your team at some point. So I don't think bowling first would have been a bad decision either.
One of those Marks sweeping, going straight up. Oh, another drop catch. Another one that you would expect it to be taken.
Karabo Meso down at Cow Corner, similar to the drop catch that she missed yesterday.
And she's got such good hands.
She does. She is also a keeper, just diving forward, pushing too hard at the ball on that occasion.
Oh, top shot. Down to deep extra cover. Mapangula actually finding the middle, and Marks now has got 2 lives as well. And as you can recall yesterday, Lawrence had about 3 lives as well. This could be the big hurdle for the Lions to maybe sort out their outfield catching and putting more pressure on the batters. Shot going again, another chance, and another drop. Much easier. Marks is in her 4th innings. She's giving them the chances, and she's on 44. Fidelity Titans on 95 for 3, and I think Meso wants to go into a hole at the moment.
Just hard hands,
Yeah,
isn't it?
hard
You
hands.
can just
You can
see
hear
the
it.
hard hands waiting underneath that skyer.
Oh, fantastic comeback. Fantastic comeback. Bowler probably thinks, I got to do it myself. No one's helping me at the moment. Once you can actually hear after that last drop, just giving some words of encouragement to the fielder there.
Yeah, Lions need to be careful here because there's a very good partnership going here. 55 already, 6 overs and a ball left, and the Titans are on the charge.
Going down leg side once again. Marks maybe trying to go to play that one a little bit too fine. As you can see, the practice shot there, trying to pass the keeper. 97 for loss of 3 wickets, 1 ball to go in the 14th over. And Marks on 44, Mapangula on 11. Partnership 56. Oh, going over. Is this a chance? Thompson coming around. Oh, and miscommunication between Thompson and Viljoen Low. Another chance, and 3 guesses who that was. It was Marks once again, giving them a chance.
You could just see Kirsty Thompson trying to get underneath the ball, and then definitely was distracted by Sunette Viljoen Low charging in from the boundary, and Thompson bailing out, as I guess you do for the fielder,
Yes.
running in from into the catch, but landing between them.
Viljoen Low also bailing out in that one. 14 overs gone, 98 for the loss of 3 wickets. And then The next voice you'll hear is our commentating partner, Pavin. Welcome back.
Yeah, Pavin Dinner back with us as we go into the last 6 overs of this innings. Titans 98 for 3, and Lunsman is continuing to mark his sweeps and misses outside the off stump. Mapu very quick with the stumping, but Marks kept that back foot behind the line.
Thanks, Ken. Good to be back. A lot has changed since my early stint. Marks has breezed in and flipped the script.
Absolutely, and helped by some rather disappointing fielding by the DP World Lions. As Lunsman will continue, she's still got a long on and a long off, and a cow corner who seems to have come a little bit squarer to Elise Marie Marks. Has she edged it? Yes, she has. The umpire's finger goes up very quickly. Elise Marie Marks is on her way, caught behind off Madison Lunsman for 45.
Yes, trying to cut a bit close and eventually running out of lives. Having given some chances earlier on, 3 drop catches going down.
Yeah, nicely taken by Mapu behind the stumps. Jenna, an impressive innings though by Elise Marie Marks. She's obviously a bit of an enforcer in that Titans middle order.
Yeah, she does. She can hit a long ball, and she showed us that today. Being a fast bowler, she's quite big in stature, and she can hit the ball really hard. There's a lot of power behind it. So she did really well to come in there for her 45. 45 off 29 is pretty decent. So really good for her settling the innings and giving Amogelang and Tebogo Macheke, who is the new batter in, a little bit of a base to finish off with the last 5.5 overs. We know that both of them are very capable with the bat. Yesterday, Amogelang Mapangula showed us that with her 44 runs after she went out, and she can also hit the ball really hard. She's improved so much since last season, and hoping to see that onwards and upwards curve going forward.
Yeah, so the decision to give Lunsman a second over paying off just about immediately with the key wicket of Elise Marie Marks. So Titans now 98 for 4. Beautifully flighted, and there was a bit of swerve in that delivery as well. Masheke a bit flummoxed by it.
Madison Landsman is a very exciting player. During the off-season, she had a shoulder surgery after the Under-19 World Cup. She had a little bit of a niggle. Going in for surgery really helped her. She was off for a couple of months, coming back nice and strong with the ball.
Oh, unfortunately, that's another bit of misfielding by the Lions. And that cut will run away for 4. And just what Masheke would have wanted. Pavin to get going early with the boundary.
Yes, anytime you get it to the rope, it's a great start. And just with that early boundary, there's a clear momentum shift in this whole innings. And spearheaded by Marks, who injected that impetus. You felt this innings was going nowhere around about the 10th over.
Again, the cut, but not timed as well. But with the fielders back on the ring, it's an easy single for Masheke. She goes to 5, the total 103 for 4. And 1 delivery left in the 15th over. There's protection on the leg side boundary. 2 fielders converging. Phil Lowe gets there first from cow corner and keeps it down to just a single. So the end of the 15th over, 104 for 4. Mapangula has 12 and Masheke on 5. And Jenna, who can we expect to close out the bowling effort for the Lions here, the remaining 5 overs. They've got a few options.
Yeah, there are a few options. Munchu still with 1 left, so she's going to bowl the next one here. And then I think Madison Landsman should continue. She's bowled nicely, bringing a couple of chances. And then Samantha Skitter, I think, would be a very good option. She bowls quite a lot of cutters. She still has 2 overs left. It's slow, so it's hard the batters have to build their own power behind the ball in order to hit boundaries. So that's what I'm assuming is probably going to happen.
Yeah, I certainly enjoyed Skitter with that late in-swing she was getting. She's shown she can get it up into the block hole. She seems ideally suited to the death. But for now, it's Moncho. Just sliding down leg a bit, the pull missed. But a leg by to the Titans. No, there was clearly a bit of an edge there. No signal from the umpire.
Yeah, I think the Titans need to make sure that they work to as close to 140 as possible. We know the game against the Free State women's team, the T20 game, the Lions chased 128. They got 128 for 3 in their 18.5 overs. So they're very capable of clearing anything above 120. So I think the Titans need to keep pushing, get as close to 140 as possible.
Lovely delivery from Moncho right in the block hole. Just a scratch on it by the batter. Saved her there.
Yes, very fortunate edge. Otherwise, you would suspect that would have been cannoning into the stumps. Very much in line. Moncho running in once again.
Just
Played.
the low full toss. Very well put away by Masheke through square leg for 4 runs. Sweet timing.
And Fidelity Titans continue to build towards what Jenna mentioned, the 140. Not something they would have imagined earlier on in this innings. But I suppose they're helping to vindicate captain's decision to bat first.
That's a bit too wide from Moncho, but not wide enough to have to be bowled again. And just in case you're confused, it is a little bit confusing to see Tebogo Masheke wearing Catherine Pryor's shirt, but Jenna Searle assures us that it is Tebogo Masheke, and she would know. Oh, straight through. Beautiful bowling by Moncho. Masheke playing across the line. It was right up there again in the block hole and a little bit of shape in, and comprehensively bowled for 9.
When one thinks of a Yorker, one thinks of that very delivery. Stump cartwheeling, completely uprooted. That's the perfect ball for a seamer to be bowling at this stage of the innings.
A lovely moment for Rafiwe Moncho to a second wicket, and it comes on the penultimate ball she will bowl in this match. She's been very tidy, just 20 runs conceded and those 2 wickets now. So the Titans 109 for 5, and once again the momentum just shifting slightly with the Lions coming back strongly here in these last few overs.
Yes, I think it's so interesting. It's a shortened format of the game, but this game is swinging back and forth. Lions sort of resting a bit of that momentum back. I think very important for them to put behind the sloppy feeling that we had a couple of overs ago and just set about their work in this last remaining 4 overs or so.
Now it is Catherine Pryor at the crease, and Moncho, last ball of her spell. Just sliding down leg, nicely tickled away by Pryor. There is a fine leg, however, in place. So just a single to end Rafiwe Moncho's 4 overs, 2 for 21. Fantastic effort by her, and the Titans 110 for 5 after 16 overs. Jenna, Catherine Pryor, what are the dangers here for the Lions, and what are her strengths?
She's really good at presenting a full face to the ball. Her backswing is very fluent. When she comes through the line of the ball, she hits the ball nice and hard on the ground. I really rate her as a top order batter, but she is trying to find her feet a little bit, as she didn't score too many runs last season for the Titans. This is her first outing so far this season. She didn't play either of the games last weekend against Southwestern Districts. So obviously yesterday she didn't play either. So she'll be looking to tick over, maybe give Mapangula some strike to hit through the ball, but she's perfectly capable of hitting boundaries as well.
And boundaries are what the Titans want. Lunsman continues and playing a miss outside the off stump. Sorry, Sarah Nettleton has replaced Lunsman at the call it drive end. Good start by the bowler. Yeah, good bowling, beautifully flighted. Good fielding off her own bowling.
Always heartening to see a spinner bowl this well at the death.
There's a long on in place. So that'll just be a single. Nicely struck by Pryor. Just proving what Jenna Searle said about her ability to hit it nicely down the ground. That's going to be a wide. Mapangula will be upset she didn't get bat on that. There's no fine leg, so that would have been a easy four if she could have just made some contact. Oh, that's a bit of a mow. Bottom edged, but deep square leg has got quite a lot of work to do to cut it off. They come back for two.
I think interesting with that vacant space in the leg side to be spearing it into the pads. There's a lot of space to work with there for the batter.
Yeah, you should rather be outside off stump. That's a better line. Edge though. Oh, that's very unlucky. She bowls a better delivery. And it's not going to go for four. It's a really good field. Oh no, it has. Poor old Madison Lunchman. She did really well to get the ball back. But then I think it came off her legs as she was diving. So 4 runs to the Titans, 118 for 5. Mapangula goes to 19. Unlucky there for Nettleton. It was a good line, drew the edge. And that's straight to cover, a bit of an awkward bounce.
And that sort of confirms the ideal line that we were looking for outside the off stump. The previous delivery ran away for 4, even though we had said it would have been a better line to bowl.
Yeah, so 3 overs left for the Fidelity Titans, 118 for 5. They'll be looking 140, I'm sure, Pavan.
Yes, as Jenna mentioned, I think 140 would be a good total. It's slightly above what Lions had chased previously on this ground a couple of weeks back. I think it's also a lot better than they would have expected early on in that first 10 overs. At that stage, I remember we mentioned 120 might be ambitious at that stage. So I think 140 is something they should shoot for.
They've certainly accelerated well. Samantha Scooter is back. Very nicely played that, but straight to extra cover. Oh, that's unfortunate for Catherine Pryor. Advancing, struck it sweetly, but straight to the fielder at extra cover.
Yeah, just playing that one on the up a little bit. Catherine Pryor, unlucky there for her, as she hit it quite hard, quite sweetly, but skipper Khomotso Rapo, safe hands there in the covers and able to hold on to it. That brings in the left-hander, Kaylee Tapp, to the crease, and this has the potential to throw the Lions bowlers off a little bit, as there are very few left-handed batters in the women's circuit at the moment, and it's exciting to see what Tapp will bring us.
So, first wicket for Samantha Scooter, first ball back after her very tidy opening spell of 2 overs for 13 runs, and a new challenge, as General Searle says, with I think it looks like we have the right hander. Now I think this is Van den Heuvel.
Yeah, that is Tiani van der Heuvel. An exciting young player. They do look similar, long brown hair. She's exciting. She scored 100 for the Tuks women's team at Club League last weekend. So coming off 100 there.
Quick single, and they will make it well. The Scooter tried to get to the ball, and with the cover field right on the edge of the ring, but she couldn't stop the single.
Jenna got me quite excited at the prospect of a left-hander. As we've seen, there's quite a lot of right-handers in both of these lineups.
Skitter in again. Quick fielding by Rapu, but again they scamper through for the single as she tried to throw from the ground. Couldn't get the necessary power. Yeah, I do wonder, Jenna, could there be an argument? I mean, is Tap a good enough batter to maybe say, get her up the order a bit just to disrupt the bowling with a left-right combination? A little bit of shape there from Skitter. Again, the Titans very quick to snatch a quick single. This one through mid-off with a long off back. That was an easy run.
Yeah, I think with the talent up the order for the Titans team, I don't think that there is space for her to come up. And I think batters have proven themselves to be capable of being there. There's no need to throw somebody in there just because they're left-handed.
Hit hard. Long off has a bit of work to do. Oh no, it's gone through her legs. Oh no, Samantha Scooter has her hands on her head. That was very disappointing fielding.
Kirsty Thompson doing the work there at long off, shaking her head in disappointment. She is better than that, but just standing up too quickly, not bending the knees enough, and kicking the ground a little bit in disappointment. It's important to keep your head up in situations like that because the next one will come, and it's important to be ready for it.
Oh, that's a mighty blow. Oh, fantastic catch, diving forward at cow corner.
Karabo Meso finally holds on to it. She dropped two a little bit earlier on in the innings, and this one a lot more difficult than both of the previous ones, and diving forward, both hands under the ball, and about half a meter above the ground. Nice safe hands in the deep.
The words were not cold out of your mouth, Jenna Searle, about staying positive in the field. You never know when the chance for redemption is going to come. And goodness me, Karabo Miso has redeemed herself there, Pavan. That was a phenomenal catch.
Most definitely, and as Jenna mentioned, it was the most difficult of the three chances. Diving forward, low in front of her, and pouched it perfectly.
Yeah, it was a well-struck pull by Mapangula as well. She's the danger person at the moment for the Lions, and she's gone for 24, a vital blow at the end of the 18th over. The Fidelity Titans 125 for 7. And Samantha Scooter now has 2 for 20 in her 3 overs. That was a very good over for the Lions.
Yes, these wickets are sort of reducing that expected target of 140. It's making it a little bit tougher to get there with just the 2 overs to go.
Yeah, and batters number 8 and 9 at the crease now. Van den Heerfort and Tap has now come to the wicket. It's going to be Van den Heerfort on strike, however. And Jamila Sheikhi is returning. A change of ends for her. She's now bowling from the call-it drive end with a third man. There's a cow corner, a long on and a long off for her. Oh, that's going to be wide. Bit of a ragged start.
The quickest of the Lions bowlers in Jamila Sheikhi. Just a little bit quicker than Rafilwe Munchu, in my opinion. We don't have any speed guns to back that statement up. She has bowled a heavy ball, so potentially getting bat on it is the first option here.
Shy at the stumps at the bowler's end. Van den Heerfort was struggling as Scooter threw from extra cover but missed. Dangerous signals there. Yeah, Sheikhi, she looks strong. She's got broad shoulders. And Jenna, speaking of fast bowlers, any idea why Shabnam Ismail is not playing for the Lions today?
No idea really.
So, Shaky with the wicketkeeper standing up, and just the field switching around now for the left-handed Kaylee Tapp to face her first delivery. Oh yeah, she's got the big hit out straight away. Nicely struck down to long off, just a single. But she'll get some confidence from having hit that one very well.
Yeah, strong push down the ground, and always good to get that nice sound off the bat early on.
So Shaky to Fun and Hereful again. Keep her back. Driven on the up, down to long off again, just a single.
Yeah, a little bit of instruction from the dugout by the Titans skipper Robin Searle to run the first one hard. I think one of the things that the Lions batters did really well yesterday in Kululeko Tabete and Jenna Evans was they ran really well between the wickets, always looking for a second run and putting the sweeper fielders under pressure. And even if they're not taking the second one, just to turn and look for it.
This is off the inside edge, behind square on the leg side. Square leg is running after it, and belatedly they're going to go for the second run. Mapu's throw has missed. Now they want a third. No, they're not going to get it. But Fun and Hereful always wanted two there, and at least Kaylee Tapp always wanted two, and it definitely was on. But Fun and Hereful was very slow to turn and get back from the striker's end. All's well, that ends well though for the Titans. 131 for 7 now.
And interesting to see that the dugout message taken straight away with it too.
But at least one of the batters, maybe not the other one.
Bold.
Steered out into the covers. Okay, quick single. Fun in here for is keeping the fielders interested here.
Yeah, a little bit slow off the mark. I'm not backing up very hard. I think she could do a little bit better to back up a bit quicker, a bit further down the wicket, especially knowing that they're looking to take that quick single using the soft hands.
So Fun in here for last ball of the penultimate over. Hits hard. It's going to drop short of long on. And again, they just amble through for a single. So that ends the 19th over. Titans 133 for 7. So they should end round about 140, Pavan.
Yes, the 140 is just 7 away. So you'd expect with 1 over to go that these two batters would look to capitalize on each delivery. As we saw, looking to run hard on each delivery, and rightly so, with just the 6 to go. You've got to make the most of it.
Do you feel 140 is about par? It's still very overcast here, though it does seem to have brightened up a little bit.
I think it's higher than the totals we've seen for these two teams in the first games that they had. So for me, I still think though the DP Lions are a good chasing side, considering what they've done in the season so far. So it's going to be quite an interesting second innings of 20 overs.
Samantha Scooter to bowl the last over of the innings into Fun and Hereful. Going right up there, dipping. Fun and Hereful squeezes it away for a single towards mid-wicket. Jenna, from your perspective, 140, is that a bit below par? We saw how well the Lions chased yesterday.
Yeah, I think scoreboard pressure is always a thing. So any score on the board creates pressure. Sometimes low scores create more pressure than high ones do. As long as there runs on the board, I think the Titans have a very good bowling attack to back that up. We do know leg spinner Risha Kutza is out with concussion, so that's a spinner out of the Titans attack for today. So interesting to see if Robin will bowl herself again. I highly doubt it unless they're in a spot of bother. But I do think 140 is enough to defend.
Lofted over the infield. That's a really good shot by Kaylee Tapp. One bounce, it very nearly went for 6. My word, she just pushed that, chipped it over the infield, and it nearly went all the way. Super shot. 138 for 7 now.
And with that boundary, it really advances the cause. I think we're going to get more than 140 with these 4 balls still to go.
Yeah, I think the Titans are certainly in this game, no doubt about it. They'll have to bowl well. She's missed out there, Kaylee Tapp, with long on sent back now. There's a wide open space in the covers where she could have slapped that full toss.
And Scudder's low full toss during the cricket just died at the last moment.
That's going to be stubbed. Very well taken by Palesa Mapu.
Just lifting her head too soon on that one, Kaylee Tapp, looking to go hard at it, which was the right idea, but the execution just unfortunately not there.
Yeah, and Sam Scudder pulled the length back a bit there, and Kaylee Tapp was pretty much in no woman's land, having advanced down the pitch. She's gone for 8, one really sweetly struck boundary in that score, 138 for 8. The Titans, as we see Paulina Mashishi come to the crease. Jenna, has she got much ability as a batter?
Yeah, she swings the bat really hard. Anything outside the off stump, I've seen her hit some really striking shots through the covers. She is capable. Sometimes just lifts her head a little bit too soon and gets a little bit over eager. So I am excited to see what she can do. She doesn't practice too much with the bat at practice, but she always says she's good enough to bat in a game. So really excited to see what she does with the next 2 balls.
Bowlers, they're all the same, aren't they? You've got to love them. Gotta love them. Sam Scudder in now to Masishi. Nicely struck, and Scudder did well to get a foot onto that. Just a single to the deep mid-off.
Yes, Ken, every low order batter does back herself.
Yeah.
And sometimes the scoring areas aren't always conventional.
They love batting so much, but they don't really seem to love it too much in the nets. Smeared across the line, and long on will come across and keep it down to a single again. And that is that. 144-8, spot on. The Fidelity Titans have finished in their 20 overs. And Sam Scudder, the pick of the Lions bowlers, she's finished with 3 for 27. Pavan, an interesting Titans innings. As you say, it started very slowly, and the momentum shifted to and fro in the last 10 overs.
Yes, most definitely. Early on, some early wickets, a very low scoring rate. And then Marks just came in and injected that life into the innings. And I do think that DP Lions have pulled it back a little bit towards the end. But as we say, we've got this middling total of 140. It will require good bowling, will require some early wickets, I do feel, in order to pose a challenge.
Jenna, is there one team that will be feeling happier than the other at this halfway point?
I think they'll be feeling like both teams need to fight. I wouldn't necessarily say happy, more than excited and ready to get off the mark for both the blue and the yellows. So I think they're just looking to go in and fight until the end.
So, just to run through what's happened in this first innings of this CSA T20 Women's Premier Division match at the DP World Wanderers Stadium. The Titans won the toss and elected to bat first under overcast skies, and were in some early strife as Simone Lawrence, the hero, one of the heroes of the one-day game yesterday with a century, she was bowled first ball by Refuwe Moncho for a duck. Robin Searle was out for 8, caught off the spin of Jenna Evans. We had a bit of a partnership developing between Gandhi Jafta and Elise Marie Marks before Jafta was caught behind off Jenna Evans for 25 off 29 balls, useful innings. The innings really gained momentum though from a wonderful knock by Elise Marie Marks, who batted patiently at first but then really went on to lift the tempo, hitting 5 fours and 2 sixes as she scored 45 off 30 balls, and her good work was continued by Mochalang Mapangula, who made 24 off 23. Madison Lunsman had Marks caught behind to get rid of her, a vital wicket, and Sam Scooter dismissed Mochalang Mapangula. A wonderful catch by Karaba Meso at Cow Corner after Meso had put down 2 earlier catches there, and not much else from the Titans' tail. Tebogo Masheke bowled by Moncho for 9. Catherine Pryor caught by Rapul, bowled by Scooter for 2. Kaylee Tapp was also caught by Mapu off the bowling of Scooter for 8. And Tiani van den Heerfel ended 7 not out, run a ball. And Paulina Mashishi scored 1 not out. And just looking at the Lions bowling, Rafue Moncho took the new ball and bowled very well, 4 overs, 2 for 21. Jamila Sheikhi conceded 19 runs in her 3 overs. Spinner Jen Evans came on first change, still inside the power play, and bowled really well, 4 overs, 2 for 26. Sam Scooter with her late in swing and full length, probably the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 3 for 27. Captain Rapu had a tough time, 26 of 42 overs. And leg spin Madison Lunsman bowled very nicely too, 1 for 21 in her 3 overs. Any final thoughts, Pavan Dinner?
So for me, looking at what's ahead, it's going to be all about early wickets. This cloud cover is still with us. Yes, it is slightly brighter, but as we saw from the first innings, if you can get the ball to shape a bit, bowl in the right areas, you can get the batters struggling. And I think one lesson that Titans can take from that first innings is not to let the pressure off, because that's what DP World Lions did. They did do the good work in that first 10. Just let the foot off the accelerator a bit with those drop catches, and then a flurry of boundaries from Marks rested the game back for Titans. So I think disciplines, good lines, good lengths early, and take your catches.
Catches are important.
It's certainly going to be an intriguing run chase for the DP World Lions. Do join us in 15-20 minutes or so.
Welcome back to the DP World Wanderers, where we are bringing you the Division 1 T20 match between the DP World Lions and the Fidelity Titans. The Titans completed their first innings a short time ago, having chosen to bat first. They managed 140 for 8, and with a top score from marks of 45, and some good bowling from Rafael Moncho on the Lions side. Jenna Evans and Samantha Scudder as well. A little bit of a wider line and push through to cover from Sunette Falyunlo, who is opening up the innings. Did some great work in the field earlier on. We spoke of that rocket arm, that silver medalist javelin arm.
Another slap there. Deep cover. Pavin, yeah, great to be back. It's going to be a great contest between bat and ball. And you mentioned Marks batting well, also opening the bowling for the Titans. Bowled very well yesterday as well, picked up early wickets. And you could actually hear the excitement in the Titans field, just urging Marks on.
Yes, I think when one does well with the bat, you could very well do well with the ball too.
Oh!
And it goes down.
Oh!
That ball lofted, came through slowly, and as we mentioned during the break, maybe with the sort of catches we consider dollies, there's too much time to think about it.
Yeah, not enough pressure. As you saw with Mesa earlier, dropped 2 easy ones and then took a blinder in the outfield. Marks will definitely have a few words there to the fielder, or maybe just a lifted eyebrow.
Nudge through into the ring for a single. That's good running from Falyunlo and Mapo. Yes, that would have been a great start had that catch been taken. A heavy blow there if that wicket had fallen.
And also Falyunlo, is even yesterday in the game, she showed some intent from the beginning. And even now she looks positive, she looks to score runs. That run, maybe the fielder on the heels a little bit. I see holding the arms. It is very cold here in Johannesburg at the moment. Good fielding.
Just steered down to the offside once again. Yes, to build on that point, that sort of positive intent really, even if there aren't boundaries being scored, does put pressure on the fielders, puts pressure on the bowler as well.
And the field is very much up, but from the beginning they've got someone out on the sweeper boundary, almost like a deep extra cover, and fine leg. Because I see you can see the plan there, Pavin. It is they're bowling nice, full and straight, wanting the ball to shape away.
Yes, and I think with that one just being dropped into the covers for a single, I've noted as well there aren't as many slips as the DP World Lions had early on when they bowled.
So I think they realized while batting that the difficult line is to play the really straight line, because that's where that little uneven bounce in that corridor of uncertainty makes you tempted to go forward or back.
Most definitely, I think playing or mentioning once again the two-pace nature of the surface, especially early on when the ball is hard.
The change in bowling, Tup coming in from the golf course end.
And just marking out a run up. After 1 over, our score is 4 without loss.
And shared nicely by the batsman, Mapo, the keeper, on 2, and Falyunlo on 2 as well. I think they'll be looking to take advantage of these first 6 overs, that power play. Oh!
Induces the outside edge straight away down to third man. Just a single taken there.
Little bit of extra bounce there, Pavin.
Yes, most definitely. That will be very encouraging for Tap. to induce the edge so early on. And like you mentioned, some deliveries are keeping a little low, others are scooting upwards.
And it's just that little pop that you need, just for a batsman to be early on the shot, popping it up, like we saw in the first over, unfortunately dropped. A very strange position they have there. It is almost like a fly third man, going conventional now, moving almost to a 1.5 slip, and then the third man in the ring. Shot.
Beautiful sound of the bat as that one was pulled into the onside for 4.
Viljoen Low needs no invitation for a short ball, that I can promise you. She loves rocking on that back foot, and she's a powerful player.
Definitely the sound of the bat does speak to that power. And that will be very encouraging early on here to open the account with a 4 early. Titans unfortunately didn't have the same experience early on in their innings.
But they nearly had the same start with that early wicket.
Yes, had the catching been better.
You can see the obvious plan there, taking a page out of the Lions textbook there, going a lot straighter, going at the batsman the whole time, hopefully creating that false shot.
Yes, definitely we saw that in the first innings with Sheikh G, the very straight line early on, looking to target the stumps, looking to force shots into the onside. As
the deep square just came into the circle there for Mapo. Might feel she's not explosive as Viljoen Low. Oh, straying on the lines.
Straying a little down on the leg side, and just as we spoke, that deep leg side fielder came in, and the next ball disappears for 4 through that very leg side.
It just shows you that I think the captain will definitely just have a word there. That was not the plan. With that fielder coming up, you want to be more offside because she's got protection on the offside in a sweeper boundary. So get them driving, the ball's moving. Get them driving, get that uneven bounce in play. Make that early breakthrough. I think that would be the message from the coaching staff.
Most definitely, Gert. Induces the outside edge, third man does the fielding. Just a single, but with these edges being taken, I think one thing that strikes me is the lack of slip fielders early on. I wonder if Titans have just not given themselves enough of a chance outside the off stump.
And Mapo actually is that weird field placing we were talking about. They're very strange, where it almost became like a fly third man and a third slip. Now they've gone conventional back foot to Viljoen Low.
Yeah, sort of a second or third slip in. I just think maybe they've got to get a slip in and then try and push those deliveries a little more outside the off stump to try and get an edge. And also we should mention that as much as the cloud cover has hung over Wanderers, we do see a little bit of blue coming in. It is brightening up. So I do think that Fidelity Titans have got to push to get a breakthrough sooner rather than later. Conditions may well improve if the sun does creep out.
And you don't want Viljoen Low or Mapo to get them off to a flyer. At the moment they're 15 for none after 2. Marks coming in.
Guided down into that cordon.
There's no third man. I think that's what Mapo was eyeing there. Just get it past the field, because although cloud cover is there, the field is not slow. And you always feel like you've got a chance as a fielder, but chasing at the Wanderers, it's almost picking up and throwing back.
Yes, agreed. This is a very fast outfield. As that one is played through into the offside. Deep cover fielder doing the work there. Good running. 2 runs there.
Mapo putting in the dive there. Just a little bit slow in turning. Just that first few steps, just waiting for it, and then saw the misfield and then just came herring down the crease.
Yes, and I think again it speaks to that positive intent we've been mentioning, where the batters are looking to through their running and not just boundary scoring, put pressure on the Fidelity Titans.
The band really creating some atmosphere at the DP World Wanderers. Hopefully will lift up the Lions.
Yes, as that one's played into the covers for a single. Well judged run there.
Nice soft hands. And it's also worth mentioning, yesterday the Lions on this field, on that deck, had one heck of a chase. They chased down at 260 after losing 3 wickets for like 15 runs. So that is something to mention as well, that they already have a successful run chase on this field less than 24 hours ago.
Solid in defense. He is Falun low. And yes, to build on that point, Lions have been very confident chasing totals here at the Wanderers this season across both the 50 over and the 20 over formats. So I think it was part of what raised eyebrows when Fidelity Titans won the toss and chose to field first.
Yes.
Sorry, correction, to bat first.
To bat first, yes. And I think, as Jenna mentioned earlier, backing their players to do so, because they obviously saw something in their squad. And batting first yesterday, that they got that ability to accelerate during the innings, and the Lions may be falling a bit behind on the 8 ball in that last 5 or 6 overs.
Steered once again for nicely judged single into the offside. I enjoy this strike rotation, even though the field is up inside the circle. They're still finding ways, the DP Lions, to steal a single here or there. And I think that's what builds pressure, because the batters keep changing over. Bowlers have not been able to bowl 6 deliveries at one batter. And I think that's the difference that I find early on between these two innings. There's been Titans sort of getting trapped on one end and having that ball with quite a bit of lateral movement being bowled in at them.
And the DP World Lions just dropping and going the whole time. And the same as the Lions, going to spin very early. And in that break, in that transition period, thanks for the life-saving coffee. It's a bit chilly. Jenna, welcome.
Hi everyone, thank you, Fred.
It's a rocket. That was a rocket. That was fantastically fielded. The bounce did not favour the fielder there.
Yeah, Katie Pryor out at cow corner doing really wonderful work. That was hit really hard, so to get hands behind that, she did really well. A little bit of a fumble, which allowed the second run to come through, but she did really well to get behind that.
Yes, a little bit short from Mashishi, and being struck wonderfully into the leg side, unfortunately just for the single.
Macheke is bowling very well at the moment, going nice full and straight. That second ball caught up nicely, but you don't want to bowl short to Fulunlo.
Definitely not.
Oh.
Yeah, right there in that block hole is a very good length to be bowling. You obviously don't want to be bowling short to her, but not giving her room to move her feet and get underneath the ball on the straight bat shots either.
She does have a nice flow to the bat and a big hitter. Oh, another chance created.
Lovely shot through the covers, beats the fielders in the ring and runs away for 4.
Just opening up that face a little bit more, just getting on the left side of that cover fielder, piercing the gap there. And this is also the difference that the Lions have shown to what the Titans did in the beginning. They were hitting the covers the whole time, and they are actually penetrating and scoring runs, even if it's going directly to the fielder.
Yes, and I think a lot healthier rate achieved. We're looking at 7.4 to the over, as that one's defended into the covers. A lot better line, a lot more straight on this occasion.
Jenna, will Macheke play a lot with the pace through the air?
Yeah, Mashishi does. Wow, good shot.
That's a lovely shot straight over the bowler's head for 6. The sound.
And as I mentioned it, Jenna corrected me there.
Yeah, she is really good with playing with her pace through the air. She's a very consistent bowler in terms of length and line, as we see, and she forces the batters to make something happen, which she did do there with Sunit Viljoen. She danced down the wicket, used her feet, got to the pitch of the ball, and won that contest there in the previous over.
Yes, and I think the introduction of spin not working quite as well for Fidelity Titans as it did for DP World Lions, with Jenna Evans coming on early in the power play. It's actually our first maximum of the game. Nice fielding done on the boundary, ball returned.
I think the plan would be Marks is bowling pretty well. She's gone for 9 runs in her 2 overs so far. I think they might be just looking to knock her around because they've been attacking the other side pretty proficiently at the moment.
Yes, definitely DP World Lions have picked their bowlers to target. Fielded nicely.
And also that's what you want as a batting team. You want the best bowlers to be almost out bowled in the beginning as much as you can, so they've left less overs left at the back end of the innings to come back.
Yes, most definitely, especially with what we had mentioned, early wickets would have been the order of the day.
Oh, there's that vacant third man we've been talking about, Bhavin.
Steered beautifully between first and second slip, and it may seem like a risky option, but that was played very safely through. Delicate hands, ball went all along the ground to the boundary for 4.
And this is what makes Viljoen Low so dangerous. She's got that delicate touch, but she's also got the power. So she can score all around the wicket. And I think the plan they had for her, bowling nice straight at her, is a better option than trying to get her on that 4th stump.
Played nicely into covers, and again stolen single. And to build on that point, I think that's what makes her such a dangerous batter, is that all-round game that she has. And as we look at the scorecard, 39 without loss in 4.4, it's a totally different story to when Fidelity Titans batted in the first innings.
Oh, worked away on the leg side.
Long chase into the leg side. Great fielding. Pulls that one in and will keep it down to 3.
Amogelang Mapangula on the boundary there. Big chase. That is the far square boundary towards Castle Corner here at DP World Wonders Stadium. And she did really well running from the inner ring mid-wicket all the way out to the boundary.
And again, just timed. Just worked on the legs. Let's see what the follow ball will be from Marks. Oh, just letting her, looks like a little rag for the ball, just drop.
Yes, I don't know if that suggests if there's a little bit of moisture maybe in the outfield, that towel that fell through. But as Fidelity Titans look at that scorecard, it might be a little disheartening that no wickets have fallen and the run rate is sitting at 8.7.
Oh, edge.
Edge but falling short.
And Jenna, that must really hurt that drop catch from earlier. First over, third ball. That's what's hurting them now.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was interesting with the change in the lineup from the Lions, with Palisa Mapo in for the T20. She didn't play the T20 against the Free State women a couple of weekends ago. With Nkululeko Tabete batting so well yesterday to be dropped in this game, but that was clearly the plan all along for the Lions. I did think that Palisa would be out for the T20, but she is proving herself quite well so far. She's rotating the strike nicely and making sure that the loose deliveries go for boundaries.
And that is more her game, very similar to Jafta as well. Actually just working it, staying there, making sure the partnerships build around her.
And it makes her a very nice foil for Viljoen Low.
Yes.
As we see
another bowling change.
is Kaylee Tapp.
And this is what we mentioned earlier about the runs getting away from it a little bit. Letting the best bowlers bowl now. So if Tapp has finished this over, she'll be one left. The same with Marks. So the two opening bowlers can only come back for an overreach. And that's what the pressure now that the DP World Lions have put on the Fidelity Titans has created.
Yes, you've got to sort of use all your options early to try and get the breakthrough and put the brakes on the runs.
Going over.
Very straightish delivery. Umpire not interested in that one. Likely going over the stumps.
Jenna, would the Fidelity Titans have a wild card up their sleeve? Say, listen, we're struggling to get wickets. Let's take a chance. Is there someone that has got that golden arm just for an over or two? We'll go for a couple of runs, but we'll get that breakthrough for you.
You know, yesterday that was Robin Searle's job. She came in and broke the partnership between Nkululeko Tabete and Jenna Evans with a wonderful first delivery wicket. But I don't know if she's going to be the option today.
Oh, nicely bowled, a little straighter and a little bit of shape in as well.
It looks like she just rolled her fingers over that ball, a little bit of a cutter. And I think that's what they might want to look at, is maybe play with the pace a bit, not just go full out, not just go for the swing, because they've not got an excessive swing like Monshaw got in the first innings. So maybe just throw the cutters, throw it out of the back of the hand, play with the pace and maybe get a breakthrough like that.
Yeah, one of the other Titans bowlers that's able to bowl a couple of variations, Mona Lisa Lechodi, in today in place of Josephine Maswangane. And she was part of the Under-19 Women's World Cup squad.
Hoiked to the leg side, and that will run away for 4.
As Mapo, you'll be happy with the 4. Not a convincing shot though. I think she was targeting that deep mid-wicket boundary a little bit more, but it came off of inside edge and it went through for 4. And that's just the pace we're talking about, the outfield. And as Jenna alluded earlier as well, that's the shorter side of the boundary. We'll get there a little bit quicker. But Mapo just making sure that Viljoen Louw's got no pressure on her. She can play her game.
Oh. Nicely bowled from Kelly Tapp.
Oh, difficult chance going down. And there might be salt into the wounds, Pavin. Oh.
Yes, most definitely it runs away for 4. It was a tough chance, required fielder to run in, try and take it lower to the ground, and it dipped as well. But yes, as you say, a little bit of extra angst for the Titans as that one rolls into the boundary, bringing up the 50 for DP World Lions. A return catch goes down.
That is the third one as well. So I think them and the Lions are pretty much on even par at the moment. And the only problem for the Fidelity Titans is it's every time a set batsman. Every time that one person that's been taking away that breakthrough that you want, it's still the openers in. And we're already 6 overs in. 50 after the power plays. Exactly what the DP World Lions would have wanted.
Most definitely. And I think any talk of lateral movement and so on has gone from us because we didn't see it in this first 6 overs. And I think any time you've got a middling score like a 140, you need to take your chances as they come. And unfortunately, we haven't seen that from the Titans. To be fair, that cotton ball chance was a little firm. It was firmly struck back. But I suppose on your day, those stick or they don't.
Yes. But if you're in this situation, you're praying for those to stick. You want those to stick. As a captain, you're creating the chance. Please, guys, make it happen. A 10% chance at this stage will do for the Fidelity Titans. Because the Lions are running away with the game a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, into the attack from the caller drive-in, Mona Lisa Lechodi. Last weekend against the Badgers, she bowled 2 overs at an economy of 8.5. Unfortunately, no wickets to her name. So it's going to be exciting to see what she can do here. Get a little bit of movement on the ball.
Straight into the offside, beats that point fielder, and fielding done there, but 2 will be taken safely in the end. Here, what sort of option do Fidelity Titans look to now to get a breakthrough?
Pavin, I think it's a very difficult question because they've been creating chances. The breakthroughs should have come, and they would have backed themselves to come.
Powerfully struck into the onside. That will be for bisected the two fielders once again, and I think that's what struck us here about Phil Yun Lo has been the placement as well. It hasn't just been all power, there's been finesse mixed in there as well.
And there was a quick catch it from the fielders, but that was struck fiercely. I don't think mid-wicket had any chance of getting close to that. And again, just dropping it in short.
The score progresses to 56 without loss. Carbon copy of the previous shot, this time just a single.
This time not as short as the previous one. And I think that just kept a little bit more low than the one that actually sat up nicely for Phil Yun Lo to go through the line with. But again, a very good over so far, 6 coming from it already.
And the band cranks it up once again, and why not? Steered beautifully into the offside. Will it be stopped? It is stopped.
Fielding.
Very good fielding by Simone Lawrence out on the deep there. She had to cover quite a lot of ground after the dive from Gandhi Jafta at point. She ran about 60 meters to her left to gather that one. And pure athleticism there by the youngster.
And also for the first time, but a lazy running by the DP World Lions there. They only took 1 run.
Yes, we were commending them on stealing those extra singles and twos.
Oh, on the legs.
Guided into vacant space. They will push for 2. Excellent running once again from the pair. Phil Yun Lo and Mapo advancing the DP World Lions scores. The score moves to 58 without loss. And with the band cranking it up with good reason, the home team achieving a run rate of 8.8 to the over. Better line and length there.
That would be the line and length that I think they should be going at, bowling a lot straighter and hoping for the ball or the pitch to do something from there. Giving them too much width, giving bowler the length is not there.
And with that, there will be a change in commentary. I make way for the ever eloquent Ken Bolland.
Thanks, Pavan Dinner, and hello, Gert. Well, it's been a bit of a ragged start for the Titans in the field, both with the bowling and in terms of the fielding, but isn't the ball making a beautiful sound off the bat of Sunette Phil Yun Lo?
Even yesterday when she batted, she showed intent from ball 1. She was very positive. As we know, she's a very positive player. And if you give a player like that a few chances, I mean, it is not going to go your way. 60 without loss after 7 overs, chasing 140. There's 78 balls left, 81 to win. And if the rain comes, Duckworth Lewis comes into play as well.
Yeah, well, the Lions are 14 runs ahead of Duckworth Lewis at the moment. Change of bowling. Gandhi Jafta is on from the golf course set, full outside or stump. That's really nicely driven by Palesa Mapu. There's a dive in the covers, but it's in vain. And 4 more runs to Mapu and to the Lions. 28 now for Mapu, and the total 64 without loss.
Definitely putting her hand up, and I think she knows there's competition. She wants to make that opening spot her own.
Yeah. We do know that Gandhi Jafta turns the ball a little bit more than Paulina Mashishi. So Palesa Mapo using her feet really nicely to get to the pitch of the ball there before it was able to spin. So she played that shot really nicely through the covers.
Down the wicket.
Oh, fantastic shot.
Comes Mapu. 1 bounce for. Oh, this is fabulous batting by the Lions.
And all the pressure on the Fidelity Titans at the moment. I don't think the batters at the moment feel any pressure. If you just see the way they are flowing, at the moment, the positive feet movement. I don't think there's anything that is going to make them feel stressed out or any sort of pressure. 7.2 over 68 without loss. Viljoen Low on 36 and Mapo on 32.
Much better length. By the bowler, run out! Oh my word! What a mix-up! Oh, Palesa Mapu just bunted the ball next to the pitch and set off for the run, and Sunette Viljoen, probably rightly, saw the wicketkeeper very close to the ball, and a good direct hit there by the wicketkeeper. Mapu must go for 32.
I think Mapo thinks she timed that a little bit better than she did, but when she played it into the deck, it just kind of stuck. And I mean, if you see where the keeper picked it up and threw the ball, it was like 10 meters from it. So I think it was a bit of misjudgment there. It was that little bit of positivity, that little bit of arrogance coming into the game, saying, listen, we can do anything, we're getting chances. And finally, Fidelity Titans taking a chance.
Yeah, quite a risk there from Tebogo Macheke as she picked that ball up and decided to throw at what would have been only one stump from her position there, but making contact nicely. There was no one up at the stumps to take the ball had she missed the direct hit, but a very good execution in the end.
Yeah, wonderful by Masheke. She certainly did well there, direct hit. And is this the little breakthrough that the Titans need to claw their way back into the game?
Hopefully this will be the turnaround for the Titans. A little piece of individual brilliance coming in from Macheke.
The new batter is Kirsty Thompson, vastly experienced. She has Jafta to her now. Oh, very nicely played. Square on the offside, and there'll just be a single as there's a deepish cover, not all the way on the boundary. Cuts it off. So Jafta's bowling with a long on and a cow corner and a long off.
Extra cover coming back into the circle, leaving that huge cover gap between up to point open.
Down the wicket, lofted, long on, is it? No! It's been pushed over the boundary line.
That is the second one we saw today that's been pushed over the boundary line on the boundary.
Robin Searle is furious with herself. She got under it nicely. It looked like she had it under control, and it just bounced off her hands and over the rope.
She'll be hearing from that catch for a while.
Yeah, that one would have stung. It hit the hands really hard.
Nicely worked by Viljoen to deep mid wicket, just a single. Viljoen goes to 43.
That run out has just created a little bit of unsurety in the running of the wickets. When Mapo and Viljoen Low was in the crease, that was a 2 any day of the week. And I think that run out has just created a little bit of uncertainty. Partnership only up to 8, and they need 65 to win. They're 76 for 1.
Well, that was a very eventful first over from Gandhi Jafta. Started with a couple of boundaries, a run out. We had a drop catch. Pretty much had it all. As Lachodi has changed. No, she's going to continue from the call at drive end. Viljoen Low on strike on 43, 76 for 1, the Titans, the Lions.
The one thing that I think that Fidelity Titans should be worried about a little bit is none of their bowlers actually looked like wanting to take wickets. None of them were very attacking. None of them were patient in their lines, especially when they bowled a good ball. 2 or 3 good balls, and then there's that wayward one. Just keep the lines, keep it there. If you're bowling well, just keep the line in length.
Down leg, that's going to be a wide. Yeah, it's certainly. Viljoen Low is an intimidating presence at the crease, so it is hard, especially when she's in this sort of form and mood. But you've got to hold your nerve, don't you?
Yes.
You've got to stick to your game plans.
It's where that mindset comes in. I'm bowling at you. You're batting against me. Take up the competition.
Better line, nice length from Lachodi, and just pushed him it off.
Jenna, do you think that would be a better plan to Viljoen Low? getting her driving, maybe giving her the one.
Yeah, definitely. You can't give her any space to free the arms. So I do think that's a good line and length to bowl at her. But potentially giving the one, putting Kirsty Thompson on strike is a good idea. However, we do know that Thompson can clear the boundary as well. Last weekend, a couple of weekends ago against the Free States, she's scoring at more than a run a ball. So perfectly capable batter.
That's one through mid-wicket. There's a bit of confusion between the fielders, and they'll get back for the second. The fielder in the ring left it for the fielder coming in from the boundary, who was leaving it for the fielder in the ring.
And Jen, it's true what you say. Thompson is a big hitter, but I don't think you want two of them at the crease at the same time. So you got to target one. You got to bowl to a plan and say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to pick up wickets.
Nice and full again. Good line. And that certainly seems to be a tactic that's keeping Fidelity a little bit quieter. But yeah, the new batter generally would be the one that you want to bowl at, the one you want to target. Everyone takes a bit of time to get settled. Pulled by Fidelity. That's going to be 4. She's struck it well, and fine leg is quite fine. And Fidelity will go to 49 not out. And the Lions 83 for 1 inside the 9th over.
Exactly what we've been talking about, bowling a good ball and then letting it slip with a wider one. And with that straighter line, and your leg side being packed, doesn't give the batter a chance to go over extra cover and that sort of thing. So you're tucking them up a little bit, but you can't allow pressure to be released by a half tracker on the hips. Not against Fidelity.
Fine leg has now gone a little bit squarer, but the horse is bolted. It's a good comeback right in the block hole. And Fidelity really can't do much with that. End of the 9th over, 83 for 1. Fidelity on 49, Kirsty Thompson on 1. And the Lions need 58 to win off 66 balls. And not that there's rain imminent, but to just give you a picture of their dominance, they are 22 runs ahead of Duckworth Lewis at the moment.
And if you look at the bowling figures, Mark's bowled well for 3 overs, only conceding 17. And then Jafta also created some chances in that first over.
She's in again now with her off spin to Thompson down the wicket. And then watchful to Madon, no run.
Definitely looking to attack Jafta. They're going at her pretty hard. This might just be what she wants. This is just what she needs, just to nip out 1 or 2 more for the Fidelity Titans.
Thompson showing the confidence to use her feet very early in the innings, as a square leg is now being pushed behind square on the boundary. Yeah, good bowling that by Jafta. Thompson using her feet again, and the length was just pulled back, and all she can do is tickle it away on the leg side for a single. She goes to 2, 84 for 1.
Jenna, will the off spinner have the same ploy now for Fidelity with the deep backward square out, maybe going a little bit straighter, enticing the sweep?
Yeah. Look, I don't think Sunette will sweep, but anything is possible.
Not her favourite shot.
Yeah, no. Kirsty Thompson is a very good sweeper of the ball. I haven't seen her do it too much this season so far, but she did once give me a masterclass on sweeping. So she is a very good player of spin.
Get down.
Just off the bottom of the bat by Fidelity, and there's her half century. She's delighted, swinging the bat around, punching the air, and saluting the change room. It's a wonderful half century by Fidelity.
Got a start yesterday, did not kick on, so I think that's where that elation comes from, is that finally getting over. But she also knows job half done. This team needs another 56 runs, 85 for 1.
I'll make that off 34 deliveries, 5 4s and 2 6s. Oh, Jafta couldn't get her hands to it. It was hit very firmly by Kirsty Thompson. It's run away for 4, but the bowler was certainly in business there.
Dr. Thompson almost creating a patient there. I think if that hand hit the finger, that would have been gone.
Yeah, firmly struck. Thompson has come in and really hit the ball really nice and cleanly from the get-go. Certainly got the pace of this pitch
With the opening stint as it was, I think she came in with absolutely no pressure on her. She knew she could flow, she knew she could play her game and get her eye in as well.
Ooh, she's missed out there.
A little bit quicker, a little bit flatter through the air there.
And the end of the 10th over, halfway stage, and the DP World Lions are well ahead of the game at the moment. 89 for 1, just needing another 52 runs to win. Jenna, where do the Titans go from here to try and get extra wickets, presumably is what they have to do?
Yeah, look, I think they need to take it as far as possible. I think they would usually go with somebody like Paulina Mashishi to kind of search for that wicket with her consistent off spin. She did struggle a little bit in the first over when she bowled in the power play. So perhaps giving her a little bit of time to regather, reset, and perhaps bringing her in the next couple of overs is the answer.
And also giving her some protection as well will help her a lot as well.
So Lahori continues from the call at drive end, and Viljoen Lowe slapped that straight back overhead, long on. Long on rather bailed out.
Not timed at all. You can see her looking just at the top edge there. That one just cleared the inner circle. And another chance created.
Yeah, Tiani van der Heevel under the ball there on that occasion. Again, she's dropped 2 so far this innings. So perhaps pulling out of that one to save herself from a potential drop catch. But I would have liked to see her coming in, diving forward and trying to break this partnership.
What a wicket it would have been. Lahori in again. Thompson nicely worked and beautifully placed between backward point and the short third man, and that runs away for 4 runs. Thompson goes to 10, 94 for 1.
And then Ken Jenner, that's exactly what we've been talking about. She bowls that beautiful ball, creates a chance because it's much straighter, and then all of a sudden go to fourth, first up again and just get guided away to a vacant third man area. And I think the captain should be pulling her hair out at the moment because they're not bowling towards the plan. If you look where the field is set, you want them to go straight.
Straight down the ground, as Gert Maroney has been calling for, to long on for the single.
Oh, that sounded good from Thompson, didn't it?
She's come in and just struck it so cleanly with...
Even Marks, when she came in, had a few edges and that sort of stuff. I think she's bought nothing but middle from that bat.
So just to show you how dominant the Lions are at the moment, after this delivery from Lahori, Viljoen Lowe beaten outside your stump, given out. What wonderful work by Masheki behind the stumps.
Just in that corridor of uncertainty, just a little bit straighter. And I think she wanted in 2 minds between working at it, just running it down to third man again, opening the face too much, and fantastic keeping. Macheka took that off like a train.
It's not as if Viljoen Lowe danced down the pitch or anything either.
No,
so
just dragged that foot out.
Just marginally very sharp work by Tebogo Masheka. And Viljoen Lowe goes for 51 off just 36 deliveries. She has really put the Lions into a dominant position. They were 89 for 1 after 10 overs, and the Titans at the same stage at half, 44 for 3.
And also went off to a huge ovation from the dugout.
Yeah, Karabo Meso at the crease now. Last week, a couple of weekends ago, she scored 29 of 17 at a strike rate of 170. So she's very capable of clearing the boundary. We saw her the SA Under-19 player of the season last season. And she's very exciting. Yesterday she went for a duck, and she'll be looking to make it a lot better today.
Yeah.
What would the plans be for the Lions now? Because balls left 56, 46 to win. Would they be looking just to knock it around?
Yeah, I think it's important now with Karabo Meso at the crease to get herself in and not to panic early on, just to stay calm and listen to her senior partner at the other end.
No run there, steered behind square. I also think the Lions are in a position here to go for the bonus point, which is something to consider for them. That would be a very valuable boost to the season. Yeah, Karabo Meso, one of the most promising and talented and exciting young batters in the country. That's angling leg side. That was Masheke breaking the stumps again, but she didn't have the ball on this occasion. And, a bit of untidy fielding, and Miso is going to get off the mark thanks to Masheke, for some reason, throwing the ball past mid-off.
Might have been a little bit of frustration for her not having the ball there. Could be that Meso maybe just dragged her foot out. She felt she had a chance, and a little bit of frustration just costing her side one run. But I think it's very important for Meso also just to get off the strike. Since the duck yesterday, just get the one, just get the butterflies out of the way, and you can build from them.
Not sure she got off the mark there, because I think it was a bye or a leg bye, wasn't it? A wide, yeah.
There we
Again,
go.
well
Solid.
timed by Thompson.
My greatness.
Wide of long on, but again, just a single.
Oh, she's been timing it well. She's almost been timing it too well, because a bit of softer hands there, they could have turned for two. Because of the timing, it's only one. 98 for two, and the DP World Lions in charge, Ken.
Absolutely. Thompson looking great on 12 not out. And the Fidelity Titans, if they're going to strike, they need to do it soon. Just 9 overs left and just 43 runs to defend. It looks like Jafta is going to continue from the golf course end with a long on, a cow corner. There's a fielder on the cover boundary, about 10 meters in from the fence. Down the wicket, nicely driven by Kirsty Thompson. And that's another boundary for the experienced Lion star.
And I think this is where it should come in, where maybe a bit of mind game should come in. Give Thompson the one. Remind Meso that you got a duck yesterday. Try and put some pressure on her, even if it's just trying to get under her skin a little bit. But you can see at the moment Fidelity Titans are flat. There's no chats on the field.
100 up for the Lions. Thompson, at least, that was a golden opportunity for her to pick up another boundary, short down the leg side, but she picked out short fine leg.
First one she hasn't timed, and she picked out the fielder.
Okay, nicely played by Thompson, too long off for the single.
Soldiers down there. Karabo Meso still to get off the mark. 103 for the loss of 2 in the 12th over. No pressure on the Lions. 38 to win from 51 balls.
Again, short down the leg side, and again, Jafta gets away with it.
Another one.
Miso has pulled it straight to short fine leg on the bounce. So if the Lions are going to get the bonus point, they need to score these remaining 38 runs in 4 overs and 2 balls. So that's 26 deliveries. Again, pulled, and this time it's a bit wider short fine leg, so they'll scamper through for a single, but Jafta is getting away with murder a bit with those short balls down leg.
And Karabo Meso finally off the mark there. I think that will just settle the nerves a little bit. And talking about nerves, I don't think Thompson has a heart rate at the moment.
That's nice control of flight, change of pace.
Would you have
Jafta? Maybe Kirsty Thompson has a stethoscope in her kit bag that you can check your heart rate there.
Heart rate there. But Jenna, from a player's perspective, you're on the field. This is what's happening. What would you do to actually lift the team up? Because we can see the Fidelity Titans, the way they walk on the field, shoulders are dropping. The energy is just not there.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a reset needs to happen. There's no rule against calling all the fielders in. From if Robin Searle could do that, call everyone in, a little bit of a chat. They had an opportunity to do that from the wicket in the over from Lahori before. And I'm sure those chats were had, but perhaps falling on ears that are feeling a little bit down.
So Paulina Mashishi is back from the call at drive end with a long on and a cow corner in place. Nicely fighted the sweep. It's outside the line of off stump, I imagine. But that was a good delivery from Mashishi, a good start. She's also got a fielder about 10 metres in from the boundary behind square on the leg side. Bit flatter this time. Misa rocks onto the back foot, driven down to long on for a single.
Very important for the Titans. I think the Daisies need to take this as deep as they possibly can. Protect that bonus point, yes, but I think as close as they get to that 20, a little bit of pressure will be on the batting team as well. So just take it as deep in the game as you possibly can. Cut off the boundaries, give them the ones, give them the twos, but just get as deep as you possibly can. And Jenna, you've been calling for Mashishi to come back into the attack.
Again, just fooling the batter a bit with her flight there, Mashishi. Jenna, would Elise Marie Marks be the primary wicket taker for the Titans? And if so, surely there's an argument that she needs to be brought back to bowl her final over very soon, as that's just tapped to mid-on for no run.
Yeah, I do agree with that. However, I would go with Kaylee Tapp because she does still have 2 overs left, whereas Marks only has the 1. So saving 1 each until the end would probably be my go-to.
But you also don't want your strike bowlers to try and defend instead of taking wickets.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for the captain to know, listen, this is going to be our strike bowler. If she goes for 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, it's fine, but we need the wicket. We need those dots to come in. Shot.
Pulled away by Thompson. It's between the 2 fielders on the leg side boundary, and 4 more runs. 109 for 2 now. Thompson goes to 21. I think, frankly, with just 32 more runs to get, this game's probably not going to go to the 18th, 19th, 20th over. So really, you've got to bring Marks back on. You've probably got to bring Tapp back on. It's now or never. For the Titans.
And although Paced Off worked for the DP World Lions, it's not working for the Titans at the moment. They're not hitting their lengths. They're giving away a boundary almost every single over, and that is the problem the Titans have at the moment, is that run rate's never coming down. At the moment, they're on 8.4. Only need 4.6 to win.
And a lot of conversation amongst the Titans. Robin Searle, the captain, with a few of her teammates, and we are going to get the change in bowling. One of the big, tall, quick bowlers coming back in Kaylee Tapp from the golf course end. She's bowled 2 overs, not consecutively. Went for 11 in the first and a bit better in the second over. 8 runs from it. But wickets is the only hope for the Fidelity Titans now. Here's Tapp to Karaba Misa.
Oh,
That certainly zipped through a bit. It was back of a length, a bit short even. And Misa a bit late on the shot.
There's lots of skill and experience behind the ball in the form of Kaylee Tapp, so she will definitely have a bowling plan, looking to bowl predominantly to Karabo Meso, who is a little bit less experienced than Kirsty Thompson.
Would you put a slip in there, Jenna?
No.
It's on the pad, and Miso just make sure it doesn't go back onto the stumps. I'd be tempted, to be honest, to put a slip in. The quick bowler against a relatively new batter, and really wickets being an absolute premium for the Titans at the moment.
I saw Mesa's trying to pick up the ball a little bit more, and it could be why that deep cover, that deep backward square leg is still out there. Having Tapp just bowl a straight to line.
There's the spear diving forward at a wide mid on, a very good effort.
Yeah, Mona Lisa Lefodi at mid-wicket, just diving for that full body reach there, but the ball just dropping before the hands.
And as I said, Mesa's trying to clear the field, so maybe that would be the plan. Go nice and straight, make her create the shots and hopefully get a top edge. And also, she's not showed the timing that Thompson has showed, so that would create a couple of dot balls as well. just letting the balls and runs remaining getting closer to one another.
And that's the sort of shot that makes me interested in the slip. But agreed also the pace and the bounce of Cap, and Miso does look keen to pull, so perhaps you sacrifice the deep cover, put her into slip, and you say to Miso, well, if you're good enough to hit me through the covers,
take me on.
It's a bit of a gamble, but the Titans are desperate. They've got to gamble at this point. And that's just pushed.
I personally feel that is
a single.
Fantastic result. Last ball left. Hopefully get a dot ball here to keep Thompson off the strike.
Yeah, the Titans just struggling to cut the angles in the inner ring. The mid-wicket and the extra cover fielders need to be a bit quicker on their feet and make sure that nothing gets through them, especially if it's not hit too hard.
That's a very nice line and length from Kaylee Tapp, and all Kirsty Thompson can do is defend that to cover point. No run, end of the 14th over, 110 for 2, and a very tidy over that by Kaylee Tapp, just cost a single, nearly got the wicket of Karaba Miso. The Lions need 31 off 36 balls, and we are having a change in commentary. Thank you, Gert Maroney, and Pavan Dinner is back with us.
Thanks very much, Ken. Good to return. This game has progressed.
Mashishi, that's down leg side, and a good sweep by Karaba Meso. She's got it nice and fine, and that will dribble over the boundary. There's no one at fine leg. And a poor start to Mashishi's third over.
I think that that sort of breaks what has been a little bit of a quiet passage since Sunetful Yun Low was dismissed. But overall, I suppose DP World Lions would be very happy with where things stand, 114 for 2.
Yeah, you've just had a very good over by Kaylee Tapp, and you really want the next over to start well, just to maintain that pressure, but it wasn't to be. Well flighted, and Miso nearly overran that one. In the end, had to squash it like a cockroach in her crease. Off the back foot, she's found the gap in the covers, through to the cover sweeper for a single, 115 for 2.
Yes, I think with just 26 to get, you would back the DP World Lions to wrap up this chase.
9 balls to score 26 runs for the bonus points, so I'm not sure they're going to get that. Again on the back foot, Thompson, but she's cut that. Again, wonderful placement behind square on the offside, and another boundary to Thompson. She goes to 25, not out.
And as we've seen all day, the moment it beats that inner ring, it just runs away for 4. There's no sort of chance for fielders to stop it.
Yeah, typically pristine Wanderers outfield, thanks to groundsman Brendan Frost. Down the wicket, Thompson. She's hit that beautifully straight, and there's enough on it to beat Long On running around. So back-to-back boundaries for Kirsty Thompson. 123 for 2 now. Maybe the bonus point is back on.
Yeah, Kirsty Thompson, so good there. We know how good she is playing the spin, just dancing down the wicket there. But her head is so still upon contact that she's able to just let the arms flow through the ball.
Down the wicket again, this time along the ground, and Long On has come a bit straighter, and we'll cut it off this time. They come back for 2 though, and Kirsty Thompson also missed out yesterday in the One Day Cup, so she'll be very pleased to be getting some runs behind her name, and she'll be hoping to finish the job for the Lions here. 16 needed off the last 5 overs.
Yes, most definitely. They look to be looking to get these last 16 in a hurry. I think just looking at Fidelity Titans, Jenna, what do they look to improve on going forward? Because I think, obviously, with just the 16 to get, you would think this one's done and dusted for them.
Yeah, definitely trying to get a breakthrough up in the beginning of the innings. That drop catch by Tiani Vanaheuvel at mid-on was a big one. It was a simple catch, so just working on taking their chances.
Edge just past the keeper there. Delicate touch by Karama Mesa, but I don't think she wanted to get it quite so close to the wicket keeper. But it flies past Masheki's right hand, and to the boundary it goes. Misa onto 12, 129 for 2 now. So 12 more runs needed. This is the last over if they're going to get the bonus point. It'll give them a bit of hope. Boundary off the first ball. Lofted, but this is going to be out straight to the mid-off on the circle.
Paulina Mashishi with safe hands there at mid-off, and she wasn't able to take a wicket off her bowling, but definitely aiding there in the field.
Yeah, so Karaba Miso goes for 12, caught by Mashishi off the bowling of Tap, and that probably puts paid to the bonus point. Now Lions 129 for 3.
I suppose it was worth going for, being in a strong position as they are. 4 balls to go. One never knows what might happen in this over.
The Centurion from yesterday is in Jenna Evans. We know she can hit a long ball, so I wouldn't take that bonus point off the table just yet. 4 more balls. She's got a lot of confidence in her ability, and out at the crease, she'll be looking to hit through the ball nice and hard.
Good point, Jenna. Yes, indeed. Didn't Jenna Evans bat superbly yesterday, but unselfish of Karaba Miso. She could have just nerded it around for singles and given herself a little asterisk at the end of her knock, but going for that bonus point, trying to hit over the top, but just mistimed. So Kaylee Tap in now to Jenna Evans. And straight away, the scoop, beautifully played. There's no fine leg, and it runs away for 4. Jenna Evans picks up where she left off yesterday.
Yes, definitely, Ken. I think there was an audacious shot first up, and speaks to the confidence. Batters who are confident don't feel any fear about trying things, especially first up. And as Jenna mentioned, that bonus point still very much on, with 8 to get from 3 balls in this over.
Still no fine leg for Kaylee Tap. To be fair, she did rather spear that delivery down the leg side to open up the opportunity for Evans. That's a good comeback by Tap. Just a slight change of pace, and Evans groping forward, struck on the pad, half appeal.
A few encouraging words before that ball that was just bowled by Vice Captain Gandhi Jafta, just encouraging Kaylee Tap, reminding her who she is and what she's done in the past, just saying get through the next 3 balls without giving anything too big.
Captain Searle is just chatting to Tap at the moment. I think about a fine leg there. It's a massive gap there, and we've seen Evans exploit it well earlier in the over, and indeed the mid-wicket is now going to a short fine leg. There's a fielder on the deep square leg boundary as well. Nicely steered, bit of hesitation in the running, but always a single on the cards there to cover point, and that takes the score to 134 for 3. 7 more to get, but just 1 ball left in the 16th over.
Yes, I suppose mathematically not possible at this stage to get that bonus point, unless there are some extras or...
Seen it happen before. No ball, followed by a 6. Again, very tidy from tap, and it is just tapped away by Thompson towards mid-on for a single. So 16 overs gone, the line's 135 for 3, and they are just one big blow away now from what will be a very convincing victory. Jenna, just how impressed have you been with the Lions? They, of course, are the defending T20 champions. Looking good to defend that title.
Yeah, I suppose you can expect nothing less from defending champions. Yeah, they were so good last season. They really planned really well, had plans against every single team in the T20 format. They struggled a bit in the 50 over, but it's so exciting to see them excel in that format as well so far this season. And yeah, onwards and upwards for them. I think the introduction of professional contracts has really upped players' intent, which is exciting to see. And I thought, based off of a couple of warm-up matches played between these two teams pre-season, where the Lions walked over the Titans completely, I'm also impressed with the Titans team for taking it far yesterday and for putting up a score of 140 today, which is really commendable by them considering the warm-up matches that were played pre-season.
So Elise Marie Marks, the other new ball bowler, is back from the caller drive in, bowling to Kirsty Thompson on 32. Driven nicely by Thompson, but it's well stopped by extra cover. Bit of an awkward bounce there for Robin Searle.
And I think obviously as we get into the tail end here with just 6 to get, the question has to be asked, was it the right decision at the toss? Under that kind of cloud cover.
Not sure conditions have changed too much. Marks in again. Nicely played by Thompson off the back foot, but again picks out the fielder straight to backward point. Yeah, I think just, the Titans started poorly with the ball. Dropped a couple of catches. I think we thought 140 certainly gave them a chance. Lovely straight hit by Kirsty Thompson. One bounce 4. She really is such a lovely straight hitter of the ball. You often see batters, when they try and go powerfully down the ground, they drag it a bit slightly across the line, but she's hit them beautifully straight.
Yes, that one going straight over the bowler's head for 4. And just to bowl to that point, Ken, regarding the toss, I suppose whatever you do, you've got to do it well. And if you put your catchers down, you tend to pay in the end.
So Marks, just 2 runs needed now for victory. Oh, it's leg side. That'll be it. Thompson pulls it away. Behind square on the leg side for 4. And what a victory that has been for the DP World Lions. Winning with 3 overs and 2 balls to spare. So 20 balls in all to spare. 7 wickets in hand. Thompson ends on 40 not out. What a wonderful little innings it's been by her, picking up after the excellent start given to the Lions by Sinet Viljoen-Louw and Palesa Mapu.
Yes, I think it's a very convincing win with the number of overs to spare. I think even though the bonus point wasn't attained, I think it would have been a nice to have, but they'll be very happy with this. I think so far in this season, across both the 50 over and the 20 over format, they've turned Wanderers into a bit of a fortress. They've just been chasing down totals. So possibly visiting teams might want to consider forcing Lions to bat first in future rather than test them on the chase.
Yeah, certainly a very emphatic statement by the Lions here today. Jenna Evans not even really needed after she plundered 104 of 97 balls yesterday. She just scored 5 not out today. But the Lions jubilant, very, very happy with their performance today. Jenna, obviously a lot of work for the Titans to do, but do the Lions have any areas where you feel they can still lift the bar a bit?
Yeah, definitely high catching, as we did see a couple of catches dropped on the boundary. But I do think that they're playing really good cricket at the moment. They came out with a lot of confidence, and I do think they just need to keep building on that as they go through the season. And the Titans don't need to get themselves down too much. I think they did well yesterday and today to put up what they did. It can only go up from here, I suppose, for the Titans. The Lions just need to keep that confidence and keep playing. We have just been notified that player of the match today, Sunette Viljoen-Louw, will take that with her 51 of 36 balls, 5 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 141.67. So she did really well with that, and that's well deserved.
Most definitely, Jenna. I think we saw such a wonderful all-round batting display from Viljoen-Louw. We saw power, we saw finesse, we saw boundaries and runs all around the dial. It wasn't just in one part of the field. So I think very well deserved award there. And I think early on in the season, a season of polar opposites for these two teams. Lions obviously 2 games in, 2 wins, 2 very sound wins. Titans on the other end having come off a loss in that super over against Badgers, now again coming short here. You would think they'd need to turn it around sooner rather than later.
Yeah, as the Lions women's team salute the band and their spectators. We've had a smattering of fans on this overcast day at the Wanderers. So just to finally recap what's happened here today, the Titans winning the toss and batting first, put up 140 on the board, and the DP World Lions really got out the blocks extremely quickly with Sunette Viljoen-Louw and Palesa Mapu putting on 88 for the first wicket. Viljoen-Louw made 51 of 36 balls before she was stumped. Brilliant piece of work by Tebogo Masheke behind the stumps off the bowling of Madarisa Lekhodi. 5 fours and 2 sixes for Viljoen-Louw. Palesa Mapu was run out. Terrible mix-up with Viljoen-Louw. Mapu batted really well though, 32 of 21 balls with 5 fours. And Kirsty Thompson then steering the Lions to victory with a really polished 40 not out of just 26 balls with 8 fours. Whereas Sunette Viljoen-Louw was the hard-hitting power hitter up front. Kirsty Thompson just timed the ball beautifully and very sweetly. Karaba Meso made 12 or 14 balls before she was caught by Masishi off tap. And Jen Evans just there at the end with 5 not out of 3 balls. The Titans bowling, Elise Marie Marks bowled tidily up front, 3 overs and 4 balls, none for 25. Kaylee Tapp came back very well in her last couple of overs after taking some tap up front. 1 for 30 she finished with in her 4 overs. Paulina Mashishi, not as happy a day for her, 34 runs off her 3 overs. Mona Lisa Lekhodi, 1 for 26 off 3, and Gandhi Jafta conceded 28 runs off her 3 overs. So we thank you very much for joining us here from the DP World Wanderers. Do keep tuning in to our live coverage of both the men's and women's CSA domestic cricket matches on pitchvision.com's YouTube channel, Cricket South Africa's YouTube channel, and on the CSA app. Thanks very much to Pavan Dinachat Maroni and Jenna Searle, and thank you for listening. See you next time.